Hello, my name is Morgan Doran, and I'm your UC Cooperative Extension, Livestock and Natural Resources Advisor covering Yolo, Solano, Napa, and Sacramento counties. In this presentation, I'm going to provide an overview of water quality issues on grazing lands, an overview of the Ranch Water Quality Plan, reasons why you may want or need a ranch water quality plan, and some history of ranch water quality planning in California. Let's first take a look at what the water quality issues are on grazing lands. In grazing systems, there are 4 primary pollutants that affect water quality flowing off of ranching operations. These 4 pollutants are pathogens, which are microbes that make people sick, nutrients, primarily nitrogen and phosphorus, sediments, and temperature. Now, temperature may not commonly be viewed as a pollutant, but increases in water temperature in streams can potentially have negative impacts on aquatic species. Information on each of these pollutants and the science on how they occur in grazing systems is provided in 5 informational video presentations in this Ranch Water Quality Planning series. At this point, it's important to understand what these pollutants are and that certain ranching activities can create more of these pollutants in surface waters. It's also important to recognize that certain ranching activities can have the opposite effect and reduce pollutants in surface waters. Understanding how ranching activities affect water quality and putting into practice those activities that improve water quality are the basis for this program and the Ranch Water Quality Plan. So with that general overview of water quality issues in mind, let's take a look at the Ranch Water Quality Plan itself. A Ranch Water Quality Plan is essentially a document to record basic ranch property information and management practices that have an effect on water quality. It's intended to be a tool to help you assess, prioritize, and guide water quality stewardship on your ranch. And it is intended to serve as a management record that is useful for many facets of your ranching operation, including production aspects such as annual stocking rate and carrying capacity. One interesting point to make is that there are often many common management practices on a ranch that are done for production reasons, but they also have water quality benefits. One example of this is the development of drinking water sites for livestock. It is a common practice to strategically install water troughs in order to improve livestock distribution across a field. And this is done typically to improve forage utilization. But this practice also has a water quality benefit since it helps reduce or eliminate livestock impacts in streams and riparian areas and avoids situations like what we see in this second picture. When projects and practices like these are completed, it's good to document and record it as a water quality improvement practice. And a ranch water quality plan serves as a repository for that type of information. So how do you make a ranch water quality plan? Well, ranchers are at liberty to create their own plan from scratch or integrate water quality information into an existing ranch management plan. But we've tried to make this easier for you. We've done this by creating a Ranch Water Quality Plan template that consists of 10 worksheets that you fill in with your specific ranch and management information. Completing the 10 worksheets might seem intimidating, but with the videos in this Ranch Water Quality Planning series, we walk you through the process worksheet by worksheet. There is one video that provides an overview of the entire template, plus a series of short videos, one for each of the 10 worksheets, that provide detailed information on how to complete each worksheet. So why should you complete a ranch water quality plan? Well, to answer this question, we should refer to some of the history of ranch water quality planning in California. Ranch water quality planning began in the mid-1990s as part of a voluntary program to comply with state water quality regulations. Over the past 25 years, over 1,000 ranchers across the state have participated in ranch water quality planning short courses and developed ranch water quality plans, initially as part of a voluntary compliance program. But during that time period, Changes in the state's regulatory approach led to a watershed-specific regulatory program focused on areas where grazing is identified as a significant contributor to water quality impairments. In some of these watersheds, ranchers are required to have a ranch water quality plan as part of their compliance with the regulations. It is a good idea to understand current regulations, especially those within your regional water quality control board that apply to your ranch. To help you make sense of the regulations, we do have an informative video presentation in this ranch water quality planning series on water quality regulations and how they have changed over the years. In some cases, you may be required to have a ranch water quality plan, but where it is not required, having and using a ranch water quality plan is a good proactive effort to help ensure a safe water supply and could reduce the need for strict regulations in the future. And it's the right thing to do to safeguard the long-term viability of the livestock industry in California. Thank you, and I hope you find this ranch water quality planning series helpful for you. You can find more informative presentations covering ranch water quality topics on the UC Rangelands website, and look for the Water Quality Information Hub or direct your web browser to the URL shown on this slide.